Mike Moore Media, the first place to hear Rockingham County news and information.
On the line is Lori Armstrong, Stoneville Town Manager. It's the monthly meeting coming up tonight for the town board, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Hey, Lori, how are you doing?
Good morning, Mike. I'm doing well. How about you?
Doing fine, too. Well, the monthly meeting is tonight, and looks like a busy meeting. Lots of things on the agenda, Lori.
It is. We are in the new fiscal year of 2021, and usually after the July crunch, we hit August head on. So we're excited about all the upcoming events and new programming that the town of Stoneville will be experiencing.
Well, I am too, and a lot of planning is going into this. So thanks to everyone for making that happen. Let's talk about this partnership between the town of Stoneville and Rockingham Community College.
Oh, Mike, this is an exciting time for the town of Stoneville. The Rockingham Community College reached out to us and needed or was asking about a place to provide free Wi-Fi for students and the community in order for remote learning to be easier and smoother for some of our residents that don't have high-speed internet.
Mm-hmm.
And we are working with them now to get everything ready in order to have the Wi-Fi run. Spectrum is running that for us, and it will be at our Memorial Park. So the Wi-Fi will cover the entire park, and students, residents, anyone that is needing to use Wi-Fi can access that at Stoneville Memorial Park.
This is big news, isn't it? And you would think everyone has internet access, but we don't. That is a problem still, isn't it? That is an issue.
It is, and we have people that call every day that live outside of our city limits, our ETJ. Some people they can't get high-speed internet, and people drive into Stoneville to actually work from their cars. They drive in with their students to have access to Wi-Fi that will process what they need. And right now, this is amazing for us, and we're just thrilled that RCC reached out to us and asked if we had a place, and we thought, why not the park? So we're doing some improvements there and trying to get everything on go. This is scheduled to begin August the 17th, the first day of school, and we're just really excited about it. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, I understand. I'm happy for you, too, and all the people that will benefit from this. That's just great. So August 17th, start date for Wi-Fi access at Stoneville Memorial Park. All righty, second on your agenda tonight, partnership for Community Movie Night, also at the park. What's that about?
Oh, the park is just booming right now, Mike. We are working with the Dan River Keepers and Good Stewards of Rockingham County. They received a grant in order to provide movies, the documentaries, and also grant money to buy rights for other movies. Stephen Pulliam with Dan River Keepers reached out and wanted to know if we could partner in order to provide a movie night for our residents, and that's scheduled hopefully to begin in September. They have all the equipment, the screen, the projector, everything, and it will be bring a chair, have a seat, and we'll be showing movies at the Stoneville Memorial Park.
Oh, wow. This is the first time you've done this.
Oh, yes, it is. And the premise for this, Stephen has been working with some movie documentary makers, and Stoneville is Dan River is going to be a part of a documentary series, and so we're trying to get geared up in order to show those and also to show other things after we show what we can. Mm-hmm. So we're just really excited about that.
Yeah, you're right. Good things happening at Stoneville Memorial Park. That's wonderful.
They are, and we're really excited. The Wi-Fi access is really that's a tough thing for people who don't have access to high-speed internet, especially with remote learning now and trying to fit everything into a day. park will be open, and there will be an access page, and there'll be signage and things of that nature on how to use it. And we're looking at all students of all ages, any learners. You know, my idea, you never need to stop learning, and education is something that's very important. No one can take your education away from you.
That's exactly right. Okay. Well, going down the agenda for tonight, I see here CARES Act Ordinance. What's that, Lori?
Well, the CARES Act Ordinance is something that when the federal government handed down money for the CARES Act, a lot of that came to the different 50 states. And from the states handed down money to counties. And Rockingham County deemed their portion of the CARES Act money to be used for 25% of that to be used for municipalities. And Stoneville will be receiving approximately $28,000. And we need to, tonight, we're asking our council to approve an ordinance so that we can set up a revenue fund for that.
Okay. And that's good that money is finally trickling down to the municipalities, isn't it?
It truly is. And it's one of those things where with the governor's order, and we could not attach late fees or cut off fees for our water and sewer, we can't use this money to recoup that. But we can use this money to project on a long-term basis what we can do as a town in order to continue to be prepared for remoteness and also cleaning and PPE and things of that nature.
Sure. Okay. All right. So 28,000 we're talking about there. This has been an interesting time during the pandemic with people getting a break from their utility bills, but it's getting close to think about how to get that money collected. So bring us up to date on how that's working in Stoneville.
Stoneville, we've been very fortunate. We have created payment plans for our residents, and our town clerk, Sherry Darnell, has sent letters out, and we are fortunate to have a relationship with our customers where they're calling in, they are making, getting their payments up to date, and I can't say enough about the residents of Stoneville when it comes to that.
Okay. All right. So working on that with utility payments and a plan, and that will be discussed tonight at the meeting as well. The old Public Works building is gone. Give us an update on where we are in that program, that plan.
Well, the old Public Works building, and I'm working on our newsletter, and yesterday I was writing, and the thing about it, that was a very historical building. It meant a lot to a lot of people here, and I'm asking for anyone that has pictures or memories or anything from the old Public Works building. That's what I call it. That building has been a library, a post office, a fire department, police department, jail. There's been a town hall. So if anybody has pictures or memories, if they would email me those, I'd like to put together something in memory of the building. And moving on to a new building, we have cleared, and right now we are working with local vendors, as local as we can, in order to get something up and in its place as soon as possible.
Okay, so that's moving forward on that for sure. I know one thing you discussed last month at the meeting was speed bumps and kind of helping some areas around town. And I know you'll be, that's on the agenda for tonight. So can you give us a little preview of that perhaps?
Oh, sure. Speed bumps, we talked about that at last month's meeting. And we've come to a decision that I talked with our chief of police, Frank Moore, and we're going to up our patrol right now in those areas. Putting a speed bump up, even ones that you can take up and move, sometimes we don't want to start with I say tertiary, but the third, like the most intrusive type of thing. So we want to start with kind of a phase one with our patrol and looking into those high-speed areas. And in Stoneville, we're really small, and I know other towns experience this too. We're looking at cut-throughs and people just trying to get somewhere very quickly. So we know where the areas are, and we're working with our PD now to phase this in, and hopefully speed bumps will not come to pass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, people just need to slow down. That's that's a couple of words.
Well,
slow down.
Well, they do, and a lot of times it's the residents in Stoneville. Usually, we don't see as much with the speeding. It's sometimes people that are from out of town, and when I'm driving somewhere new, sometimes I'm not. Now, I always drive perfectly, Mike, and you know that.
I know that. Sure,
However,
I've heard that. Yes. Me too.
However,
yeah.
when you're in a new place, sometimes it's just a helpful reminder. So people really need to pay attention to speed limits. We have a lot of children in Stoneville, and we want to keep our residents and our children safe.
Yes, indeed. That's the bottom line for sure. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Anything else we need to mention with the meeting tonight? This is a hybrid meeting.
It is. So that means that if we can have up to 10 people in our chambers, and if anyone, usually with all of our council members and staff, we reach 10. However, tonight we are giving the option to come to Town Hall or to use the Zoom platform in order to attend the meeting, and we don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, so people are given a choice. And that was decided at the last meeting that we didn't want to make anyone uncomfortable, so you'll see a mix of people tonight in chambers and a mix of people, staff, council on Zoom. So we're trying to make this a win-win for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Sounds good. Anything else we need to mention while we have some time together, Lori?
Well, our newsletter is coming out here by the end of the week, so our residents, I hope they are ready for a new newsletter.
Yeah.
And we are cleaning up our town. Everything is looking great. We have our public works department's been very busy. Our Parks and Rec department's been very busy trying to get our parks cleaned and just ready. A lot of times we are small towns like ourselves when we have things that are underground that need to be fixed, and then you have things on top of the ground that people can see. There's a balancing act that happens with that. So we think we've balanced, and we're trying to clean up our downtown streets, and I'm getting ready to reach out to our business owners about a couple of things, and things are just going well right now, Mike. I couldn't be more pleased.
It's good to hear your positive thoughts and negative days that we're all experiencing, but moving forward on a lot of good things for the town of Stoneville, and I appreciate the report from you. Thank you, Lori.
Absolutely, Mike. Anytime.
All right. Have a good week. Good meeting tonight. I'll be watching. I'll do that Zoom meeting with you tonight, and I'll report on it in the morning.
Yes, and if anyone needs directions on how to do that, they're on our website, and it's pretty simple. You can dial in from your phone, or if you have a computer or tablet, you can use those as well. Okay.
Very, very easily accessible. Lori, thanks as always. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Mike. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Lori Armstrong is Stoneville Town Manager. The monthly meeting, council meeting, is tonight at 7 o'clock. You can get more information right there on their website, as Lori just mentioned, town.stoneville.nc.us.